So that's why I'm not calling him handsome.
Got my shield. Get rid of my shield, you jerk.
I do not want to make out with Seth MacFarlane because I think he's a jerk. You shouldn't make out with guys you think are jerks. This is something your parents should have told you.
Doesn't stop. Lots of people.
Right.
Everybody makes out with jerks.
It's true. Stop making out with jerks, everybody.
Back here. Get back here. Sorry.
Rich the Goblin Slayer.
Goblin. That goblin took my money, god damn it.
I don't know if Travolta was ever handsome.
You know what? He was 70s handsome. It was a different time. People had different standards.
That was a weird time.
Have you ever seen Saturday Night Fever?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great movie.
Oh, it's really
It took me a
good.
long time to see it because I thought it was going to be like some corny, disco thing, but it's a really dark, like gritty 70s movie.
It is. It's a really good movie, but even in that, like, he has, like, he's not a big fat slob like he is right now, but, he's not handsome.
He's 70s handsome.
Oh,
That's what that was in the 70s. That's what they considered handsome.
Wait, someone's asking a really off-topic question about the game. Someone is asking, are the cards that you unlock the same with each new game, or the cards that you unlock random? The cards, you'll see this in a second when Rich gets back to the table. So the cards you unlock have to do with specific events. And so they're slightly randomized, but then they are 100% randomized how they are laid out on the table. If Rich doesn't die here.
Oh, I'm not gonna die.
No, it's just random. So their placement is random, and there are some cards where you need to hit card A before you hit card B to unlock a token to unlock more cards.
Oh, I completely whiffed.
You wasted your Ice Sword.
That's okay. It still slows people down when you hit them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's what the description says, at least.
I believe it. That's why I like the ice armor, because it just has like a general effect, like an area effect.
Yeah. Well, the combo of the ice armor, the ice sword, and like the speed helmet,
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Oh, yeah. Agreed. Oh, you're right. With all this game talk, what does that have to do with rock hard abs?
What does that have to do with attractive men?
Right. Okay. So as you see here, you start at one end of the table, and then the cards are randomly laid out, and you don't know what cards they're going to be. They're all cards from that encounter deck that you saw earlier, where Rich kind of gets to choose which cards are in that deck, but then they're randomly laid here.
We'll explain it after I beat the Jack of Rats.
Yeah, you'll see more. But
Ooh, look at all these cards. Look at all these potential tokens.
that's great. So yeah, Rich doesn't know what any of these cards will be, except for that they were in his...
Yeah, I know they're in the deck, but the deck is all shuffled up, so...
Right. And so when you're building your deck, the important thing is to, get out cards that you've already received a token from, get out cards that you just dislike if you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
And put in cards that you can gain nice items from.
Yes. Because that's what it's all about. Toejam and Earl? Yeah, I saw that they were trying to kickstart a remake of Toejam and Earl. I never played
I
Toejam
hated
and Earl.
Toejam and Earl.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not a fan.
Yeah, I you know what? I never played it, so I have no strong feelings one way or another on Toejam and Earl. Maybe we should. Maybe we should play that to see what all the hubbub is about. On the stream.
I'll consider it.
Hey now, Gay for Jay.
Just like 2, 1 to keep.
They say that this game
Low on
is...
food. Taking the shield.
They say that this game is roguelike. I
Not really.
don't really think so.
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
If you're expecting something that plays out like Binding of Isaac
Yeah,
or
it's not that.
FTL, not really.
Yeah, whoever voices the dealer is great. I agree.
Yes.
There is an endless mode, but like the name suggests, it has no end. So, it's just see how far you can get.
There's no end goal. There's no success.
Right. It's just beating your high score. And then there's this mode, which is not roguelike because you have basically save states. Once you beat a card, you don't have to replay the card. So I'm gonna say this is not even roguelike. There's a randomized element and there's a difficulty element, but there's no it doesn't have the same things. No, this is nothing like Binding of Isaac. I suppose there are some similarities where you get randomized room layouts and randomized equipment, but in Binding of Isaac there is always an end goal. The random encounters always push you towards the same end goal. This
there's kind of like a segmented end goal.
Yes.
But it'd be like a lot of little, very short games.
Yeah.
Rather than like an FTL where everything you gather carries through for all 8 sectors or whatever it is.
Sure.
And then there's the final boss with all the items you've been gathering since the very start of the game.
Yeah. So it's like rogue-ish, we'll call it.
Ooh, nice.
Jack, why is it a controversy with how females are portrayed in games, but no problem when they are when there are overly I'm gonna only assume you meant to say attractive male characters in a game? I've seen this covered in a couple ways. The best explanation I can give is generally when it's an overly attractive male, it's a lot like the guys I've been talking about tonight, which is guys that I want to be, not necessarily what women are attracted to.
And you know what? That argument might hold more water too if the males were typically wearing like skimpy bikini briefs.
Sure, but also like, generally speaking, that like the Adonis, like we've been talking about, is not necessarily what women want to see in game. That's the male power fantasy. And so there's usually the subservient female fantasy and then the male power fantasy. So I think that's the issue. Also, generally, the male characters aren't overly sexualized like the female characters are. But I don't know. I do like it when games give me a choice of who I can be in a game. I enjoy character customization.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
I think everyone does.
Unless you're playing like a Batman game. Then you want to be Batman.
Then you want to be Batman. But you know what? What if I want a different bat outfit?
That's fine.
What if you want to be Lady Batman?
What if you want to be Lady Batman? I think it's
And that would be your name, Lady Batman.
I think it's Bat Lady.
No, Lady Batman.
Batgirl or Batwoman. There are 2 options.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is both a Batgirl and a Batwoman.
Aren't they doing a new Supergirl show?
They are doing a new Supergirl show for CBS. And you know what her outfit is?
God.
It's Zack
CBS.
Snyder's Superman outfit.
CBS is like the Grandpa Network.
Yeah. No, and her outfit looks terrible. And
Oh yeah.
it's the bland, drab colors of Snyder's Superman.
Oh god.
With like the little scaly things like it's it's gonna be what it is. It's gonna be bland. Wait, there's a Bat Girl and a Batwoman?
Yes.
Who's Batwoman? Batgirl.
Right now it's the lesbian Batwoman.
I don't
It's like
know.
a red-haired lesbian.
Why
that
is there a
Batwoman.
Batgirl
And then there's
a
Barbara
Batwoman?
Gordon, who was Batgirl.
Well, Batgirl is Barbara Gordon, right?
I don't
Right.
know.
But who's
I didn't make these characters.
Wait, no. Where did she come from, though? What's her backstory?
I don't know. I haven't been reading comic books in many years. I know it's like an updated version of a classic Batman character, like from the 50s and whatnot, 40s and whatnot. But
Oh, okay, sure.
there was mild controversy over the fact that she liked other girls. Actually, I think they were going to have her get married, and that was controversial.
No.
Sure. Back in the day, absolutely.
Well, is this back in the day, or is this?
This is recent. This is recent.
Okay.
They wouldn't touch that back in the day.
I was gonna say, no, I'm not a comic book fan poser. I think I've made it very clear that I'm a Marvel fanboy. I've always and only read Marvel comics. Kathy Kane is Batwoman?
Yep, that's her name.
But yeah, but chat or Dick Neutral, who is she? Like,
What's her deal?
what's
What's
her
her
deal?
backstory?
Like
What's her
Barbara
origin?
Gordon-
What's her secret origin?
Barbara Gordon is the commissioner's daughter who wants to help. Cassandra Cain, who knows?
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for someone to answer my question.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
They will not let you pass so easily.
I'm not gonna get one fucking. I'm just gonna get one fucking token unlocked this run.
She was bitten by a radioactive bat. That's really funny.
She bitten by a radioactive lesbian dressed like a bat.
No one can answer who Batwoman is.
Nobody knows. Nobody reads this stuff.
Nobody reads this stuff. That's the thing. Oh, that's a funny question. I'll ask it. Rich and Jay, who is your favorite Batman? Jack, who's the most handsome? Now I have to think.
Whoa.
So live action. Obviously, we're talking.
My favorite Bruce Wayne is what's his face?
Kevin Conroy. End of story.
Well, yeah.
No, live action.
I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
anything about
saying.
Kevin Conroy. Well, let's go live action.
Whatever. I'm not overly thrilled with any of them, but the best
My
is
favorite Bruce
Michael
Wayne is
Keaton.
Christian Bale. Just Bruce Wayne. Definitely
Okay.
not my favorite Batman because I hate the Batman voice.
Right.
The Batman's the important part, though. So
You need both. My favorite Batman is Michael Keaton. Only because my other choices are Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and Christian Bale.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Process of elimination, he's my favorite.
Oh, did the stream die?
Did it?
No, it's still working over here. Most handsome might. I mean, if we're including all of them, I think I'm more of a Clooney.
He was a terrible Batman.
He was.
though.
I mean, he was just awful.
He looked like he couldn't have given a shit about being in that movie.
He was the worst. All
He
the
didn't
time.
have the chin for it.
No.
He didn't have the face for it.
I'm gonna go with Michael Keaton as my favorite Bruce Wayne,
Okay.
just
That's
because.
fair enough. He's a good Bruce Wayne.
And I think he played it, correctly, where his eccentricities shone
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, he's a fine Bruce Wayne.
I believed him as a man who would dress up as a bat. And of course, Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne because all he had to play was the smug millionaire.
Because he was George Clooney.
Yes.
He was playing George Clooney dressed up as Batman for the Halloween party.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard someone describe it that way once.
There's apparently a documentary that just came out about Adam West. Like, just about him. His life.
All
I
right.
haven't seen it, but...
90% of it about Batman?
I'm assuming a big chunk of it has to be.
Queens and kings of the right kind have lost a child here
You know what I would love to see a documentary about? Star Trek Phase 2.
for slaughter.
What's Star Trek Phase 2?
I don't know what that
No,
is.
neither of you?
No.
I can't talk with you people about Star Trek.
Nope.
I'm very sorry.
All right, in between the cancellation of the original series and the making of the motion picture, like before they made the motion picture, they're talking about reviving Star Trek on TV with the original cast in the 70s. And it's going to be called Star Trek Phase 2.
Okay.
There's there's all kinds of facts out there about this, but I would love to see just a documentary about all this. Like,
Oh, sure.
Leonard Nimoy wasn't going to come back, so they're trying to cast a different Vulcan to be the science officer.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Yeah, documentaries about failed projects are usually interesting.
It's the Star Trek series that never was, and I'm kind of glad because you probably wouldn't have gotten Next Gen if they made that.
Sure.
Look at the cards you've earned.
Hell, if the series flopped, it might have been the end of Trek.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we play.
apparently the motion picture started life as a Phase 2 script.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Glitch is saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Some men
Yeah,
thrive
yeah,
in
man.
anarchy and chaos. The king of dust is
Oh,
one
someone's saying there's a documentary on the Star Trek the motion picture DVD about Phase 2.
Like a full documentary?
I doubt it's a feature, but
A featurette.
something on there.
If it's like a short 10-minute thing,
also
that's better than nothing. But
Also, there's a book about it.
Oh, there you go.
I would like this book.
They
would like
have
this book.
posted a link to the book.
Yes. Oh, yes. Send me the link if you can. I don't know, 'cause I'm not looking at the chat. I'm busy with my
got it.
Death Run.
I got it. I got it. Not a good, bad documentary. A good documentary about bad things.
About failed things.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone's making a documentary about the Tim Burton Superman movie that never happened.
Great.
There was, of course, Jodorowsky's Dune.
Yep.
There's just a movie made. I just watched it recently. It's about, the Island of Dr. Moreau movie that came out with Marlon Brando.
Yep.
There's a documentary about the original director that was
Oh my
attached to
God.
that because it was like a passion project of his.
Sure.
And he'd been pitching it around. This guy named Richard Stanley.
Uh-huh.
And he finally got a deal to make it with New Line, and they fired him after like the first few days of filmmaking because he just wasn't, it was such a huge movie and he'd made these low budget things. So they fired him, and so it's about that and like what a mess the production was. And
Oh, sure.
they brought on a director for hire, and Marlon Brando was a crazy person. And Val Kilmer was an asshole. The best part though is that the original director, this passion project of his, once he got fired because they were shooting it in.
Oh, no.
Did we crash in my no death run?
Oh, no.
Oh,
there you
no,
go.
we're back.
Good. Fuck! Where were they filming it? Now I can't remember. Some other country.
Uh-huh.
And once the director was fired, instead of like flying back home, he just started like living in the jungle, like right near where they were filming. And one day, a couple of the people that were still working on the production like just happened to run into him like by a river. He's like bathing in the river or whatever. And he's like, "So what's going on with the movie? Like, what's happening with it?" And they're like, "Do you want to come to the set?" So they snuck him onto the set, and he was an extra. He wore, because it's all like monsters and stuff. So he just wore one of the monster costumes and just hung out on the set and watched them film.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Who was this?
This is the original director of The Island of Dr.
Oh, he wanted on the set of the.
Of the movie he got fired from. Yeah.
Do you know what the documentary is called?
It's called Lost Souls, I think. Let me double check. I just watched it. I feel like I should know. I want to say it's called Lost Souls.
Ooh, yes. Speaking of documentaries on failed things, How Not to Make a Movie. A great little documentary.
That is a great little documentary.
I think it's fun.
I'm proud of it.
I think it's really fun on the Gorilla Interrupted DVD.
You're such a shill.
I am. I'm a horrible shill.
Lost Soul: The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau. It's on iTunes. It's probably on Amazon.
Sure.
Yeah, it's worth checking out. The unfortunate thing is that the most interesting stuff is what happens after he was fired from the movie. The stuff that doesn't focus on Richard Stanley at all.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's worth checking out.
Oh, yes. Plasma Wave. American movie. If you guys have not seen the documentary.
Oh yeah, American movie, of course.
American movie. It's fantastic. Made right here in Milwaukee.
I went to the premiere of it.
Okay.
That was like right when I moved to Milwaukee.
Oh, nice. Fantastic documentary about a crazy person trying to make a movie. If you ever need to feel motivated,
Most people who try to make a movie are crazy people.
You have to be a little crazy to want to make a movie.
he might be a little more than crazy. If you ever need a little push in your creative life, all you have to remember is that this man made a movie. So why haven't you? That's beautiful.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, Rich, you gotta pay attention. You can't just rush through this. And remember, for spike traps, you can just run over them. You don't have to roll.
I don't think I'm fast enough at this point for the longer ones.
Nice. That's how you do that. Run over them, dodge the arrows, run over the other ones. Coven. Because it's not coven, because that sounds like oven.
Because that sounds like oven.
Oh my God. Fantastic.
And the bandits will forget.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's okay.
You've got something to live for.
Jesus told me so.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I love American movie.
Descend ever deeper.
What did Jesus tell you now?
It's all right. It's okay.
These are
There's something
lines
to live for.
from his movie, from Coven.
From Coven.
Comprehend the stakes.
What? Oh, we didn't post Rich's high school picture yet. We do need to post.
Oh, yeah,
Rich's
we
high
do,
school
we do.
picture.
Purify the flawed metal. You, in this
We will.
Oh, someone's mentioning Hearts of Darkness.
Send
That's
me
a famous one.
Send me like a text or something,
Sure.
so I'll have a reminder before I leave for the studio tomorrow. I'll grab it.
Okay. What's Hearts of Darkness?
That's the making of Apocalypse Now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty famous one. That's great.
Mhm.
That's really good. Also showing Marlon Brando being a crazy person.
Something about that Marlon Brando. And him being a crazy person.
Talk about Chappie. Haven't seen it. I can talk about Short Circuit.
I already talked about Chappie.
Jay made a whole video about
We
Chappie.
made a video about it. I'm
You
done
can-
with Chappie.
You can go see it now. At redlettermedia.com. Slash half in the bag.
You're such a
slash
fucking
Chappie.
chill.
I'm a huge, horrible chill. Rich and I will not play The Last of Us. I just want to let you guys know this.
The Order has me dead set against playing anything that describes itself as like being a cinematic experience. I'm done with that shit for all time.
It's not going to happen anytime soon. Possibly not ever. If I know what Naughty Dog does. I have the Uncharted games are nothing. They're effervescent. And if that's what they want to make, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I'm very, very sorry. If we ever do a charity live stream, how about that? That'll be our torture, because I know you guys like to torture us. We'll charity live stream The Last of Us, and we'll bitch about it.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go that far to prejudge the game, but if it has lots of sections that are like you don't have much control over where your character does, you're basically just holding forward, so you walk to the next story point, and then you get to the next story point, and then the game stops and tells you need to hit the triangle button.
Yeah,
I'm going to hate it.
yeah. And someone was tweeting at us at previously recorded today, wondering like if there is an example of any like game that has a story focus that I enjoy. And it's none that I know of, but I do welcome these kinds of examples of a more story-heavy experience that maybe doesn't suck like The Order does. Something that,
That has to exist, right?
it has to.
I've played games with stories I like, but I think the whole concept of the cinematic experience is fundamentally flawed. I think Roger Ebert was right when he says games cannot be art, but
That's a
But
controversial.
wait! You have to filter it through Robert Ebert's perception of art. The man spent 40 years as a film critic.
Yeah.
When he's talking about art, he's really talking about filmmaking, and he's saying that games can't be film. And I think that The Order, which just tried to make a film, is proof of why that can't be.
Yeah. I think you're wrong. I think because Roger Ebert also like enjoyed looking at paintings. He was not talking about just the only art is film. He was being an old man.
Well, I mean, when he says games can't be art, I think he's looking at it like film. He's thinking of film.
And
I honestly
buy
haven't
that.
read enough about his thoughts on it to really know. I've heard it. I know that was his stance, but I haven't read anything about like explanations as to why. So I can't really say.
If I remember right, I'm trying to remember what he said. Because you have control over what you do in a game, and the art, which filmmaking, it's all about controlling the experience for the viewer.
Yeah.
Which The Order actually does, and it's horrible and frustrating, and you don't feel like you're doing anything.
Right.
So I think Roger Ebert, as far as how he meant that when he said games can't be art, I think he was right.
If we are to assume that you are interpreting his words correctly, I mean I agree. Games are not film. They are a different medium and should be respected as such. But I mean, I think that he was just being an old man.
Yeah, I don't even play games, and I would consider them art.
Right. They are not film, and it's quite possible that Ebert was saying that games can never be film, which is true.
I don't think that's what he was saying though, but I don't know enough about it. So
I agree. I don't think that's what he was saying. I'm sure Roger Ebert has played many games, right?
oh, hello Draco. I think you've asked this a couple times. I don't know. I don't listen to that band because I don't know who they are.
Ah, there you go.
There's your answer. I don't know who that is.
There you go. No, favorite customer, games will not surpass films. Games have already surpassed films. Gaming?
Well, surpass in what regard?
I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
Ga-
I'm assuming you mean like money wise, right?
well, I mean money wise. I mean consumption wise.
Sure.
Gaming is the largest entertainment form, bar none, right now.
Sure.
More people play games. More people buy games. More money is made in games than almost everything except for sport. If we were to look at sport in general.
Yeah.
So there's still more money being spent there. But games make more money and are played more than movies, TV shows, everything. Gaming is already there. We don't need to worry about being respected for our niche like anymore because everyone plays games now.
Well, and also, why does it have to be a competition?
Right? It does.
Why do games have to surpass movies as far as anything goes? It's a different medium. It's just a thing.
It is. It's a different medium, and we should treat it as such. We shouldn't try to make games more filmic, just like we shouldn't try to make movies more like books. That is not a quote from me.
Who's that a quote from?
I'm trying to remember who said that. I think Yahtzee said that.
Oh, okay.
It'd be like trying to make a movie more like a book. Games are sports, herp derp, right? Esports are becoming very popular. Nowhere near real sports, physical sports. But esports do exist, and they're drawing views, they're drawing crowds. Fuck, they talked about the League of Legends final tournament on ESPN, for God's sake, or ESPN2 or something.
Rest. You are silent.
Right? Wall of Words. The movie. Could you imagine if you're watching a movie, but they animated the page flips so smoothly, where it felt like you were really reading a book?
Well, that's kind of what ebooks are, isn't it?
Kind of. Yeah.
They're a combination of books and video games because you're in control. You can turn the page.
Well, but I kind of like that.
It's an amazing new art form.
It's amazing. El Runco, thank you for subscribing. We very much appreciate it for the past 5 months. Thank you. If car racing is sport, then video gaming is esport. It's true. It's true. Sports are weird things to define.
At its heart, these traveling shows are but
Devil's Carnival.
Oh, I finally beat Devil's Carnival. I was really excited. Took me 80 million times. Is that true? Virtual reality books were also an SNL sketch starring Michael McKean. I could see that, like him wearing virtual reality goggles and being like, it's like I'm reading an actual book.
First shot.
Yeah.
Extreme success. You get one more.
a choice. Select your desire.
Could watching bad movies be considered a sport? If
It's not a sport. It's a challenge.
If there was some sort of competitive element to it, it could be, right? Because that's what it takes to be a sport.
Okay.
no idea.
Well, is endurance considered a competitive element?
Is what?
Endurance?
That would have to be it. Like,
Willing to, make it all the way through?
Questerfest, thank you for subscribing. We very much appreciate it. No, the game, as the game progressed, the dealer is getting more agitated by you. He pokes and prods at you as you progress in the game. He's a lovely character.
Will humanity ever move beyond
Congratulations to whoever does his voice work. That's right. Texas Hold'em is televised right now. They televise poker, for God's sakes. They could televise esports. Parappa the Kappa wants to know if we ever think games will become better at being cinematic experiences.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't try to.
They shouldn't try to be. Did you not hear us just like 5 minutes ago?
each step?
Movies are their own thing. Movies have their own structure, their own form. Games have their own form. And even with things like virtual reality and greater immersion and all the hoobity-boo that Valve is talking and everyone is talking now, it won't matter because you still, in a game, it's still your choice. You're in control. Instead of being a passive observer like you are while watching a movie, a game should have you making choices. And I don't want to think that that's a controversial statement, but I know it is. So
they're trying to make virtual reality a thing again?
Yeah.
it's
I
coming
remember that when
out.
I was a kid.
Yep.
The Lawnmower Man.
Yep. It's coming back hardcore.
Why?
I don't know.
Has it gotten better? It has to have.
Yeah. No, with the success of the Oculus Rift Kickstarter, which is virtual reality headgear that you can wear now and play games in and look around.
Oh,
Crazy stuff.
okay.
Now there is a competing market for virtual reality headgears, and people want to do like head tracking and whatnot, and make it a whole big thing and incorporate it with your character camera.
Okay.
So the things you see and experience are just happening all the way. I don't see it happening.
All this means to me is that there's going to be more shitty movies about virtual reality.
Yep.
That's what's remembered more than the attempt at actually doing virtual reality was the movies that came out trying to capitalize on it.
Yep. I don't think it's going to happen because I'm a person that wears glasses all the time, and I hate that. I hate it slightly less than poking glass into my eyeball once a day, so that's why I do that. But until they figure out a workaround with the fatigue that will come up with strapping a thing to your face, and it will, like, I don't care how, even if it's just a couple pounds, even if it's a pound, it's something strapped to your face that is going to hinder you
Sure.
as a gamer. I think they should keep trying. Why not? Because why not? See what happens. I don't think it's gonna work, but hey, prove me wrong.
I hate the jack of rats.
Right? Just like Boyhood 3D high frame rate.
Remember high frame rate?
Right? Remember when that was the big thing? No, but you know what? I applaud them for trying. They failed. Failure is always an option.
That's
Jay.
true. That's true.
You gotta try new stuff because you never know what's gonna work. You don't want to be the old fuddy-duddy who says like, "Oh, in my day things were better." Like, you gotta try new shit.
Yeah.
Always try new shit instead of just remaking the old shit over and over again. Good night, John B. So I give them my full applaud for trying virtual reality, but I don't think it's gonna work. Virtual reality will only work if you don't have to strap something to your face. Right? Because if you look at
Well, that'll be the breakthrough. They'll get to that point.
They will.
Somehow they won't have to do that.
yeah, like 3D.
Holodeck, basically.
A holodeck. Holodeck I think would be great, but like 3D sucks.
Yes.
3D super sucks. Part of the reason is you gotta put something on your face. Part of the reason is because it's paper cutouts.
Mhm.
But with Nintendo's 3DS, it's glasses-less 3D.
Okay.
And they've been able to do some interesting things with it. The 3D still has not taken off, but at least it's not offensive in their 3DS.
Okay.
3D is just not working.
She wants five food. I only have 5 food, but I want that token.
You were on a
But
no death run.
I
Fuck
know.
the token. Fuck the token.
You know what, Jack?
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
Oh my
Going
god.
for it. We're going for it.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
Do you guys think the fad of 3D movies will once again die out? It already has.
It already pretty much has, yeah.
They are no longer super hyping all the 3D elements. They are no longer post-converting movies to 3D.
That was the worst when they were doing that.
Right.
Well done.
Oh, fuck.
They're saying helmets. Do you have a helmet?
Go, the greater the risk of starvation.
What are they saying about the helmet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wearing a helmet, yes.
Oh, okay. Do you have a better helmet? Oh, no. That's fine.
Look what I stumbled onto.
Everywhere you go, your steps are
Oh,
followed
no.
by death. Even now.
Robert De Niro is a crazy old man if he wanted to see Taxi Driver remade in 3D.
That can't be true.
I don't believe it.
Remade or upgraded?
Right.
Either way,
Quote,
it
end
doesn't,
quote.
like, what? Why would you do that with Taxi Driver?
Right. Right.
There's nothing about that would be better in 3D. There's nothing about that story or that movie that would be that would benefit from being in 3D.
Right.
Ow.
Debbie does VR, right? Did you guys? Well, I mean, you haven't. I'm talking to the chat. A gaming website, I forget which one, was talking about they recently tried virtual reality porn, in which a special camera is strapped to the male porn star's head, and it's a big wide-angle view camera,
Sure.
a 3D camera. So then you can strap on the helmet and look all around while pornography happens.
Okay.
And the description of it was very intense, and he said like it made him uncomfortable because like what he was seeing he knew was not appropriate for where he was, but like
I'm sure you're grateful.
he felt that it was real, like, and that there was some possibilities there in the adults or immersion. He was just talking about immersion in general.
Okay.
So he said he had good things to say.
But that's you're not going to get any sort of different sensation from that. Like you're still just seeing things.
Right. Oh, right. It's not going to like change what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That seems weird.
It was a neat article, and it was just in general, it was talking about how virtual reality might play a difference in like the world of video games. How adding more player control, being able to look around and do things and interact in different ways. So
Well, if porn gets behind it, then virtual reality will take off.
absolutely.
Because that's how these things work. That's why Blu-ray made it and HD DVD didn't, because porn went to Blu-ray.
Yep.
Same with VHS versus Betamax. It all comes down to porn.
Alright, I basically need to get food at the end of this battle, or I'm done.
Oh my god, yeah. This could be it. Are you kidding? If you get hit once more, this
Yeah.
is it.
Oh.
Don't mash. Be cool, Rich. Silky smooth. Silky smooth. Nice. Nice. Multiple freezing. This is intense.
careful because their corpses are poisonous.
Oh, that's right. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
But
Okay.
if I didn't get food, it's not worth it because
Yeah.
I'm going to starve to death.
Absolutely. Yes, we are playing a video game while we chat. a good video. Oh no, it's the Ratman. Oh my
Yes!
God! Oh, so many times I fight the Ratman, I get nothing. I can't believe you got that.
Now I got to get through this though.
Wasn't the Ratman a Ninja Turtles character?
Well, there's Splinter.
No, not Splinter. There was like the Rat King.
Oh, sure.
Remember the Rat King?
Yeah, there's the Rat King.
The king. You may have to contend with every bandit in the kingdom before you reach.
More rats.
No, J.J. Abrams will not offend Star Wars fans as much as he offended Trek fans. He didn't even offend Trek fans. He just didn't make a Trek movie. He
made a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he's making an actual Star Wars movie.
Everything is as it should be. Oh, those are bandits, not rats. Good. Well, I'm okay with bandits.
I think we've discussed this before, where it's just like Star Wars 7 will be 100% adequate.
Yes. Unless it just has a horrible, incompetent script like Star Trek Into Darkness.
Sure.
Which is a possibility. Who
I
knows?
suppose. I mean, Into Darkness was a mess.
Yes.
But Star Trek The Star Trek is a perfectly adequate movie. Mall Rat King. Mall rats. I like mall rats. Yes, I did hear that they're remaking Secret of Nim.
They are?
It's rumored. That's fine. That's a weird mouse movie. That's a, you know what?
It's a weird movie to remake. Like,
That's a weird movie.
it is a weird movie. I liked it as a kid, but I remember it being really dark. I remember there was a swear word in it at one point. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think a character calls someone a son of a bitch,
Oh
if I
my God.
recall. And that was pretty risque for, a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one to remake because that was never like a big, it's not like the big animated movies like Dumbo or something, where it's like, of course they're going to remake Dumbo now.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know why they're going to do it live action and have it directed by Tim Burton, but they're doing it.
I know, no ice, but look at that damage. This is your college. Do not listen to me at all.
No.
You're killing it. Don't listen to me. Nice.
Yes. Yes. I kick ass.
I don't even know if you'll forget. Like, people are saying, like, they're probably going to see Star Wars and then never think about it again. No, I mean, if you are a fan of the original trilogy, you will probably enjoy Episode 7 unless it has a horrible script.
Yeah.
And, no, it's probably going to be... You know what it's going to be? It's going to be up there with the current trend of Marvel movies. Where you're probably going to enjoy it. Maybe you'll get it and watch it again on DVD or Blu-ray disc.
I saw Thor 2.
Yep.
We did it for the show. I enjoyed it. I don't remember a thing about it.
No, and
It'll be like that.
I think it's gonna be more than that. I think it's going to be your Iron Man's, where it's
Okay.
good, maybe worth a rewatch, and then it's like, okay, that's it.
Okay.
I don't think it's an immediate forget
Well, we'll see.
because of the culture surrounding it,
Yeah.
because
we'll see.
because of the Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a Tron 3. Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
The guy who did Tron 2 is directing it. And I think he did a good job with Tron 2, so...
Is it going to be a sequel to the last one, or are they basically doing another reboot?
I'm assuming it's going to be a sequel to the last one. Yeah, it's such a weird series. They keep trying. It's never successful. It's never like a big blockbuster, but every few years they try and make another one. I'm looking forward to it just because I like that world.
Yeah.
Taken many chances, Jack, and they have all paid off.
Great. I like it.
The only problem is I don't think Jeff Bridges would probably be involved unless they find a weird way to work him in. But
Right. He's very old.
well, not even that, but like what happens to him in the movies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. No spoiler.
No Jeff Bridges. That makes it infinitely less interesting.
Yep.
Well, then
No, Jeff Bridges is still around. He's still awesome.
Yeah.
He'll be awesome until he dies.
He's never going to die.
Maybe he won't.
Don't have crazy talk.
Jeff Bridges will outlive us all.
Right. If JJ fucks this up, will his career end? No.
No.
Nobody's career ends anymore.
No.
That's the thing.
I'd like some of them to. Does that count? Yeah. Here's a question.
Ooh, I don't think
What?
do I have a... Never mind.
What
Sorry.
would the excitement around Star Wars Episode 7 look like right now if the entire landscape of movies were the same, but the prequels didn't exist?
It would be like what it was for episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
There'd be more... You know what would be different? More people would be worried about George Lucas not being involved in J.J. Abrams directing.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, if the circumstances
Yeah.
were still the same, where George Lucas was not involved,
Yeah.
new guy was coming on.
I don't know about another Star Wars.
No
without
George Lucas? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That would be the difference.
Oh, this new kid's gonna fuck it up. Lucas isn't even producing? Oh
That's
my
true.
God.
It might actually... Okay, I take that back then. It wouldn't be like episode 1. It would be a lot more negative.
Yeah.
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 Because people would be like, no George Lucas, fuck that. Because they didn't know. In an alternate timeline, there's 3 shitty Star Wars movies, and they just don't know.
Excellent call, Rich.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent call.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
King of Dust.
Fortunately, I did not find the card that lets me get rid of those Ratman cards.
Right? People would be clamoring for George Lucas to direct the movie, and people would know Red Letter Media for Best of the Worst. But they wouldn't even know
There,
it's
there
for
wouldn't
them.
even... Yeah,
There
we wouldn't
probably
be.
would not
we
be.
would not be.
There would probably be no best of the worst.
It's true. It's
George
very
Lucas fucking up the prequels is the best thing to ever happen to us.
right? Like, what would Mike have done after the Star Trek movies? Probably given up on it because they didn't do terribly well. Jesus Christ! Eh.
I hate him. I got plenty of...
Oh no, he's the easiest one because he'll just drop bombs on all the other guys. You just can only hit him once. That's the thing. Hit him once, roll away. Hit him once, roll away. Get close to the other guy so he can drop bombs on him. No, like Mike still would have done the Star Trek movies
Yeah, yeah.
because those were first.
But it would have been done in relative obscurity. And
There are many.
Oh yeah, like I'm trying to think of like the views when he put out the first ones.
They were okay.
They were okay, yeah.
I think you have but proven that I must defeat you entirely.
sub 10,000 though.
No, I want to say they were like 50 to 100,000.
Before the episode 1?
Yeah.
No,
No?
I don't think so.
No, they did better than 10.
What?
Is there anywhere you can go to check what the views were like on the Generations review and whatnot before the episode 1 review was out?
They were like 30,000, 40,000, somewhere in there.
Really, that low?
Hmm?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Maybe more. I don't know. That's what I remember, but I didn't pay attention to that stuff.
Oh, and I want to say they were in the at least one of them was 100,000.
I don't think so. I could be wrong though.
I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention to those types of things.
But from
And I was.
9 health and surrounded by Ratmen, here we are.
That's great.
Pull it out.
That's great. You just beat the King of Death. Oh, that's a great helmet. Fucking love that helmet. Automatically ups your armor.
Yeah. It's great unless you actually have heavy armor. Then it's useless.
Sure. But then usually heavy armor comes with a slow movement caveat, and so you could have a medium armor
Yeah.
or a
Oh, yeah.
light armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come once more to the game. The more you
Mike said 30K in an interview from 2010. Oh, I guess maybe I was wrong. I mean, it was just a video I watched, so I just assumed everybody else had seen it. These are great. Why hasn't everybody in the world seen these?
sort of scales are represented by these lizard men.
Ooh, pardon.
Oh no.
That was right into the microphone. I apologize. I tried covering it up the best I could.
All the
Oh
gods
no.
have incarnated as suits. These priests
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh crap!
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh crap! Oh crap! Is this anybody's? I'm going to the recycling.
The recycling is full.
Well, listen, I'm putting it in a place. Put it in the other recycling. That's also kind of full. Oh, Rich, you're killing it.
Yeah.
So, by the way, everybody, this is the part for those of you who missed it the first time. This is Rich building his deck.
Oh yes, yes.
This
Good remembrance.
This is the important part of this particular game, which is now is the time in which you take any weak weapons you want out of your deck, so you can never, so you don't get that random encounter, and put weapons you want to get in your deck with no guarantee that you're going to get any of them. But this is where your randomness.
Also,
is
here's another thing too. I know like the boss of the level is the lizard man.
yeah.
So I know they're immune to fire, right? So like this scorching mace here,
Yeah.
useless against him. So I might want to take that out.
It's all true.
So you can tailor your gear to the kind of situations you know you're going to face.
And if any of you have ever played a deck building game, you know the joy that comes with this, just fiddling with your cards. I can feel them. I love them.
You're a crazy man.
I love all the I want them all. I want the little tchotchkes.
You're a crazy man.
It's true. Okay. 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 Oh god.
Did you say okay enough?
I didn't. Less universal. What?
Osmike, you sent us Razorback, and I think you sent us Howling 3, right? Is that the other one you're trying to think of? And Wake and Fright.
Mhm.
So eventually we'll probably watch Razorback. It's on the shelf.
And no, my wife does not watch Best of the Worst. She does not. It's weird, and I know this is going to sound strange. She doesn't like bad movies.
That's perfectly fine.
She's a normie.
Not only do some people not watch bad movies, but some people don't understand why anyone would watch bad movies. And that's fine. Some people just, that's not their thing.
Right. And she gets it. Like, she understands why I'm so into it. She has, her hobbies and her interests that she's weird about, so she gets it, but
Sure.
I cannot convince her to watch a bad movie. I could, you know what? I could probably convince her. I would feel bad, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you put it on, and then there'd just be that awkward silence.
Uh-huh.
You're like, no, this is funny, right? And they're just like, I don't get this.
Yeah.
Like, no, I could be watching something good right now.
Right.
I'm sure you're grateful.
Cosper, didn't I use that humble code? I try to. I'll check again. All my codes and whatnots. Sorry if I haven't.
What were you sent?
I don't know. I'm sent games a lot.
This one.
So often, this is how the story ends.
The hero's remains. Oh, I can't do voices tonight.
The hero dies.
Yeah, she likes comic books. We read comic books together. We play board games together. She's plenty nerdy. She's just not
That's not into the bad movies.
not bad movie nerdy, which is fine. It's niche.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karen despises the room.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
fine.
know.
That's fine.
Oh.
You know.
That's I would say that's the bad movie that almost anyone could enjoy.
Yeah.
The Room.
Agreed.
That's the crowd pleaser.
Yeah, I know. If you that's the litmus test. If you
Yeah.
don't like the room, you're never gonna like a bad movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most accessible bad movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
Are there movies my wife loves but I hate? No. I mean, like, I think I've talked about this before. She really digs the Game of Thrones TV show,
Oh yeah.
and I'm horribly confused by it, but I generally enjoy the boobs. And the blood. The gore is really amazing in Game of Thrones. But I'm 100% confused all the time about who's doing what and why they're doing it and where they're going.
She, you know, like she really digs the Hunger Game movies. I could watch them. I'm fine with them. It's fine.
I only saw the first one.
If you can make it to part 3.1, Katniss actually does something as a character, which
Okay.
is very
Yeah, I
exciting.
saw the trailer for, I don't know if it's that one or the next one that's coming out, but where it's like all of a sudden the series is about like revolution.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe
Something
I
is
should
finally
actually
happening.
watch these.
Yeah.
Because I like that. I like that concept. But
Yeah. It's tough when your main character doesn't want to do anything. And that's literally her main characteristic, is like, I just don't want to be involved. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
almost like, well, fuck, then why should I be involved?
yeah, why
Katniss?
should I care?
Right. So finally, at 3.1, she's like, I'm ready now.
Do you hate Die Hard?
What?
John McClane does not want to be involved in Die Hard. He's a
But he
reluctant
still
hero.
does things.
He does not
Does
want to
Katniss
be...
still do
he's,
things?
he's a reluctant hero.
There's a difference between being like, I can't believe I'm getting into this shit again, and actively trying to get out of it. You know, where it's like, Katniss is actively like trying to remove herself, whereas John McClane is actively trying to take care of shit. I think that's a good point to bring up. There's
Yeah.
a difference. Bubble. I'm getting cold. I don't need subtitles for Games of Thrones. I need an explainer. I need someone who has read the books to explain things to me.
What are they going to do once they catch up with the books? Is the show just over?
Pretty much. It's HBO. They don't give a fuck. But it's like there's so many houses and characters and everything has their own tradition, and they spend very little time explaining any of that in Game of Thrones. And it's still nice. I still enjoy it, but it's not something I would ever watch on my own.
Yes.
Yes.
Noble in mind, or simply noble by
What? Dr. J, what are you sending me? Oh, that's very neat. Look at that.
Oh, the computer case?
That is a computer case that John Kilo made.
That's very nice.
That's very nice. That's very fancy.
Fuck.
That's very fancy, John Kilo. Yeah, I know I could watch it on HBO Go, and that there's a companion app for the HBO Go app where it actually like explains things to you on your iPad. And you know what I'm going to go ahead and say? That might be bad filmmaking. If you need a little piece of paper to tell you who's who, that might be bad filmmaking. But it doesn't. It's boobs and blood, and Peter Dinklage is great. Boobs and blood and incest and little Arya Stark. Everything's very nice.
used by those who made life better for others, now in your hands.
Rich, thoughts on No Man's Sky and procedurally generated games?
Well, I have heard nothing new about No Man's Sky since the E3 reveal,
Yep.
trailer, whatever it was. And I'm interested in it, but I don't know much other than you can fly wherever you want, and that seems like a neat concept.
Yep.
Fly around and explore and get into space battles. I don't know what else you do in the game. I don't know anything else about the game yet, but
Better than trudging along.
I'll tell you more when I hear more.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I enjoy
It's like
procedurally generated games.
The concept seems neat. I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
And have it not get old.
Yeah.
There needs to be a lot of variety to the things you can explore, for that to work.
Yes, and it's like we also all need our own like big experience on our home planet. So it's like, is every home planet going to be amazing? Or it's like, yeah, I'm excited. We'll see. I'm still looking forward to No Man's Sky.
I hate these fucking Ratman cards.
No, KJTB8. It's not the stupid audience for Game of Thrones. There are specific instances that they give no explanation for. They talk about people because, of course, the character knows them, where they're like, we can make alliances with
But
the...
if you watch this show a lot, have you seen these characters before?
No, they don't show
Okay.
up. Like, they will make references to characters that we have not seen and will not see ever. And of course, it makes sense. It makes sense from a characteristic standpoint. You know, they're being smart about it, not being like, of course, your brother Johnny died 4 months ago at the hand of the Lannisters. Because, like, of course I know that. Why would you say that, Mom? Yeah, I agree. No Man's Sky, it looks like a game that could be incredibly boring after an hour, but we'll see. I'm still excited for it. It looks very visually appealing.
It's playing around with some neat concepts,
Yes.
and I'm willing to see where they go with it.
Yes, absolutely. So what you are saying is Games of Thrones needs a Last Starfighter. That sentence makes no sense to me.
I have always
Last Starfighter is a movie about a guy who plays video games.
I don't understand the connection. I've seen that movie.
Perhaps.
That movie, you know what? Here's a weird piece of trivia.
All right.
The Last Starfighter is directed by the guy that played Michael Myers in the first Halloween.
Is that true?
Really?
Yeah, Nick Castle.
That is a great piece of trivia.
He went to USC with John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Is that why a bunch of people get stabbed to death in the second half of the movie?
Oh, I need to stop talking about Game of Thrones because now Beyond Infinite knows how Farscape fans feel. I've said
That's
Game of
another
Thrones is
sentence
good.
that makes no sense to me.
Oh, it's I'm dumb all the time. I've said I enjoy it. I just think it's a little confusing. But watching it with
Oh,
my
about
wife,
you hating on a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. You know, I watch it with my wife and I say, "Who are these people?" and she tells me, and it's great because I have my little pop-up video next to me.
alternative that would leave you less exposed and vulnerable.
I have not seen The Wire for precisely this reason, by the way, because I know that's what kind of show The Wire is.
Oh, yeah.
Very little expository dialogue, which I understand. Listen, I understand why you would want to do this. I just don't want to watch that because I'm a little dumb and I need, give me a little something more. What? The guy who wrote The Last Starfighter also wrote Theodore Rex.
What?
That's what he's saying.
That I didn't know.
Not a great change.
I want to look that up.
How many Games of Thrones episodes have I watched? All of them. I've seen them all. I've seen all of the runs.
Our old friend the Jack of Plague returned to fight
But
today.
It's true.
oh my god.
He also wrote for Freddy's Nightmares, the Freddy Krueger TV series.
Well, there you go.
Or did he produce it? He wrote one episode and he also produced it. And then he wrote Theodore Rex, and he hasn't written anything since.
There you go.
That's interesting. I wonder why that is.
Oh, it's weird. And Child Bride, yes, that does mean that I don't care for David Lynch. And I think we've talked about this before.
Oh.
I get it. I get what he's doing. I understand it. It's just not my thing.
Okay.
And that's okay. Like, he's doing his own weird art house stuff, and good for him. Do it. I don't have to like it. Jay died a little bit in that.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get when people don't like David Lynch. I can completely understand it.
And
We got what the fuck?
Toe Pramons. Thank you for subscribing. We very much appreciate it. No, and there's some David Lynch I do like. I think we've talked about this. I love Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is a great show, but that's him using his art house sensibilities to try to have a standard style. And because of the standard style, I can latch on to that.
Have you seen Blue Velvet?
No, I've never seen Blue Velvet.
You would probably like Blue Velvet.
Okay.
It's very Twin Peaksy.
Okay.
It's accessible.
All right. Then I will, you know what? Then I will give Blue Velvet a try.
Blue Velvet's great.
I'm a Philistine. I don't know what a Philistine is. I'm gonna
You
look.
don't appreciate the fine arts. That's what it means. Don't question me on this.
I'm just looking it up. A person who is hostile or indifferent to the culture or the arts. That's not true. That is not
Yeah,
true.
not liking something doesn't mean you're hostile towards
Right.
it.
Or indifferent.
I wonder how.
I'd like to think I understand what he's going for, and it's just not my thing. Yeah, the same with Firewalk with me. While I enjoyed Twin Peaks a lot, Firewalk with me, not necessarily my thing.
Oh, yeah.
Kilo 40.
Whoa.
Thank you for subscribing.
Don't-
We really appreciate it.
Don't pour out that 40 for us. No.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you know, like but also like I don't like that Twin Peaks wrapped up the story, you know, like wrapped up the murder investigation midway through season 1.
Season 2. It was early in season 2 when they wrapped it up.
Was it early in season 2?
And that was because of studio pressure.
Right. Oh yeah, you're right.
The studio's kind of stupid.
It was kind of stupid.
The whole idea was like, we're never going to solve this case.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yes.
not what the show is about. But then that became the big thing. It was like, who killed Laura Palmer? Everyone wants to know. So the studio's like, you gotta, you know, wrap it up.
Worst decision ever.
It is the worst because then the episodes after that are them saying, what the fuck do we do now? And
Right?
it's just a fucking mess.
Do you remember when Kyle MacLachlan starts wearing like a plaid shirt and turns into a lumberjack?
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's so stupid. No, they
Remember
had it
when Nadine
perfect.
gets hit on the head or something and thinks she's a high schooler? Like,
Oh,
it's
that's
so
right.
bad. That show.
Do you remember?
I love Twin Peaks, but it gets so bad
Do you
once they
remember
wrap up.
when the guy like drove his motorcycle and got caught in a love affair with
Oh,
a wife?
God.
Remember that?
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
Yeah, James is the worst. I love that show, but James is the worst character. And his storyline in season 2 goes nowhere.
Yeah. Oh god.
Because nothing happens. He leaves town, he starts shacking up with this woman,
Yeah.
and then that ends, and then that's it.
And he
And
comes.
it has nothing to do with anything,
Yeah.
and it has no payoff.
Nope. Nope. It's the worst. Cake farts. Cakefarter.com. That's high art. You're right. It's just bizarre.
Do we look to
The greatest is the final episode of Twin Peaks. The final episode of season 2 is like,
Yeah.
because David Lynch, you know, he was off. He's making Wild at Heart. He comes back and like immediately like fixes everything. You guys fucked up.
Yep.
Nadine's back to normal. Like everything's back to normal. Let's finish the
Now
show.
let's hang out in this creepy room for an hour. No, it's great. That's the kind of David Lynch I can get around.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that final episode.
God damn you.
Mario is saying, I only just finished season 1. Glad to know James only gets worse. You have no idea.
Yeah, James is fine in season 1. He's tolerable because
have-
you know what they're going for. Like his name is James. He's supposed to be like a James Dean type character. Like I get it. But yeah, I will say if you've never watched Twin Peaks, I'm going to say when you get to season 2, once James leaves town, any scene with him, fast forward through it. Don't even bother watching it.
Don't you kind of have to... Isn't that like a rite of passage? Like getting through the pain?
No, I honestly I don't think it's worth it. I think it is worth just fast forwarding through.
All right. I mean, I'm with you, but like going through the pain that is the most of season 2 to get to that final payoff is, you know...
And there's stuff I like the first few episodes after the reveal of who killed Laura Palmer. The show doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And there's some bad subplots and stuff, but there are some good episodes later on, leading up to the final episode. I like Wyndham Earl. I like that character. They finally brought in a new threat, a new storyline. So there's some good stuff. But anything with James, just fast forward.
Yep.
Poor James.
Poor James.
He sucks.
What the fuck does rite of passage even mean? Delayed gratification is what I'm talking about. The finale of Twin Peaks is marvelous. But
Yes.
it's quite possible, using the principles of delayed gratification, that slogging through that second season to get to that makes the finale even better. It might not be true. But and most are just because like I went through that crap and because I didn't know any better, so you got to too. Fucktard.
See, I watched the whole series for the first time with somebody who had already seen it. They were introducing me to it. And so they knew. And they're like, this James stuff, it's going to suck. I was like, oh, yeah. Well, at least I know going into it what I'm
Sure.
getting into.
Yeah, we're watching the card game. I mean, Rich is playing the card game. And that's okay if you're not interested in Twin Peaks. That's fine. That's your deal.
Yeah, it's not fun. You should be.
Even me.
You should watch it.
Even I like Twin Peaks. It's like a cop show that's a little weird, and just weird enough. Just weird enough. And Kyle MacLachlan. Who doesn't fucking like Kyle MacLachlan? He's the best.
He's great.
He's the best always ever. I did not make any progress with Farscape. I'm not going to watch any more Farscape. I'm sorry.
For what it's worth, I've been rewatching it lately.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, Jay's probably not ever going to play Alien Isolation. That was a passing fad.
It was an idea that is now past its past the inspiration.
Kyle MacLachlan is especially great in Showgirls. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's right. He is in Showgirls. I haven't seen that in so long.
He's acting the fuck out of that.
He,
Literally.
yeah.
Literally acting the fuck out of it.
I think Showgirls is on Netflix now. Maybe I should revisit Showgirls.
I don't know if that's necessary. Or maybe it is. Who knows? Who cares? It's Showgirls. Tell your girlfriend that it's worth it.
What, Showgirls?
Twin Peaks.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, girlfriend and I just got to the Reveal the Killer episode, and a couple episodes later now, she won't watch it with him anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's
it
worth
gets
it.
pretty bad after that.
It does.
But it does pick up, and it's all worth it for the final episode.
It's really true. It's really true.
Clearly forged after the first invasion.
I'd ask what happens in the final episode, but I guess that would spoil it for all of these people, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you should just see it.
Well, and I mean, the last episode is frustrating because it wasn't necessarily intended to be the final episode ever.
Right.
And of course, now it's not going to be, which is the great thing because it's coming back. It's coming back.
Wait, is it coming back as a show or just like a...
As a show on
Really?
Showtime, yeah. Which means it can get darker and weirder and more perverse.
I thought they were
than
just
it was
filming
on,
like a bit for like the Blu-ray release.
No.
Oh,
It's gonna be a series. 10
Congratulations.
episodes or 13 episodes, something like that.
I'm happy for your gain.
Oh, I'm so excited.
How involved is David Lynch going to be, though?
He's doing the whole thing.
Okay.
He's directing it all.
Okay.
If he wasn't, then I would be like,
Right.
No, he has complete involvement with the whole... I think he's directing every episode.
Better make sure my dad knows then. I know he likes the Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
See, there's your reason to get the Showtime standalone service.
Yes. Yeah.
Buy it just
I
for
will
one
get
month.
it just for that. I would get it just for that.
There you go. I don't know what Pathologic is, so I can't tell you when we're going to play that.
What?
Do you know of a game called Pathologic?
Nope.
Nope. Sorry. Nope. Hey, Henny Deck East, careful! Don't give away. Don't give anything.
Are they giving away Twin Peaks?
They're not giving it
spoilers?
away. They're getting, let the people enjoy Twin Peaks. Lindsay Yo-Yo, it's fine if you like Alien Isolation.
Yeah, I don't begrudge anybody who likes the game. I just...
No, we just didn't
hate it
care for
myself.
it. Yeah.
Jay might have even liked it. He was liking that, what was it, Outlast?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Don't let our opinions color yours. We just try to put on a good show and talk about video games. But you know, you know what? I'm glad you found some enjoyment. That's important. You find things that you like.
I got 9 food.
I don't think Jay would like strafe.
I give her 5. I'll be able to scout out the area around me. Let's see if with the 2 branching paths, I might have to explore one.
Sure.
And then go all the way back.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I'm gonna do it. Take enough?
I'm going to head out, chat.
Oh my god.
All right.
Well, I suppose it is very late. It's the exit. Oh, it's up there. Okay.
But I get to try it.
It's late now.
Oh,
but
there's
options
Jack of
are
Scales.
early.
There's no exit. There's Jack of Scales in this one.
Right.
Gotcha.
But I mean, up top.
You gonna do
There's
what?
some things. I'm gonna do some exploring.
Okay, do some exploring. There you go.
Sort of scoundrel would go
All right.
to a
Good night, everybody.
Adios,
Jay.
Jay.
Goodbye, all.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. Good luck on your no death run.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
apparently been working out for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna fail sooner or later. Jack, you're of course also free to leave whenever you want.
I will give it a little bit longer. Let me turn Jay's mic down now that he's no longer with us.
Bye bye. Did get the token.
Hey, nice. That little dish full of tokens is something very powerful. Your video feed was at least 5 seconds behind the chat. Yeah. I'm surprised it's not more. Usually, there's a delay with what we say. There's a delay.
Yeah, if Jack leaves, this basically is just you waiting around to see if I complete the no death run. Yeah, I will be quiet. Shit happens.
Right. It's true. But that is exactly what'll happen. But I'm trying to stick around for a little bit. Try to stick around. Jack, your clock is off? No, it's midnight. It's not like I'm saying anything super exciting right now. Anyway. Fuck you, Lynch, you beautiful hack and fraud. You know,
frivolity is not my forte.
like we said with Alien. If you like Lynch, I think that's great. He's just not my thing. Weren't we talking about this the other day when we were talking about like judging books by covers and
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
A choice. Select your desire.
No!
There's no way you can know. I hate this one.
This one is the biggest pain in the ass.
It is. It's a big pain in the ass. And so like
Oh, 2 huge failures in a row.
I think that just means you have to fight people. Not the worst. Oh, I'm sorry. You lose your weapon. Ooh. That's terrible. That's a big loss. That's a big loss. Oh, I'm slipping away.
I hate the Devil's Carnival.
Yeah, that exploring. What are you going up there for?
I wanted to try and get that Devil's Carnival card token.
You're on a no death run. You
I'll be
can't
fine.
worry about tokens.
I'll be fine.
You can't be worried about tokens. You can't be worried about tokens.
Look, those tokens might unlock better weapons that'll help me when the no death run gets a lot harder. Later.
Sure. I suppose.
I have my reasons.
I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you, Mr. Trashmile. Rich, do you remember the name of that YouTube channel that talks about Star Trek models?
Junk Ball Media, I believe?
Junk Ball Media. Junk Ball.
Stuff like how the earlier designs differed and whatnot. Sometimes what they altered between movies.
Uh-huh. This isn't a boss per se. This is just an encounter. The card he is on is the Jack of Scales, right? Or are you on Jack of Plague?
No, that's coming up. I'm on just a random Ratman
Oh
hunting.
no, I mean like the level.
Oh yeah.
Jack of Scales or Jack of Plague?
I don't remember. Hold on. Yeah, this is the Jack of Scales.
Okay. Is this Diablo? No, it's not Diablo. Diablo's a little more, a little higher up camera. It's Batman. It's Batman with an axe,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's exactly the combat you will find. I suppose it's been a while since I played Diablo, so I mean it could be very similar combat to Diablo. Only there's a big focus on countering.
What is that card?
Is that the
Fuck it.
wife
New one.
sphere? So having your shield and being able to counter attacks is really important. And unlike a Diablo or a typical brawler, it's not about tap 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 as fast as you can. It's about getting your fighting rhythm, taking it slow, assessing your enemies. It's different. Jay is now lost in the woods. Yep.
He merely repeats the same motions over and
No, Rich won.
incapable of change.
Rich won that fight.
Huge success.
Great. Oh, nice. And food.
I don't even need any of this. I can buy health if I need health. That's fine.
Thoughts on Smash Brothers stream? I'm sure it's gonna happen. Just one of those things where I didn't want to bring the Wii to the studio today, and so it just didn't happen today.
Oh, for Smash.
Yeah, I'll stream
Smash your faith in. Facing.
Smash your face. Tap tap tap. It's not underrated. It's just like that's the kind of gameplay I'm used to. I'm used to like a Beautiful Joe or like a 2D fighter where that's all it's about. Tap 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 tap. I'll pick up some more Nintendo games. I have just in general been wanting to play that Captain Toad game.
That's good.
So perhaps that's an in-stream game.
Oh, bandits, easy.
Oh yeah, except for the arrow fuckers.
I am sorry.
Oh no, Elvis, you're running out of wine. I'm very sorry. Get yourself a new box, dog.
Can you win at this game, or does it just go on? There is an endless mode. However, there is also what I'm playing right now is the story modes. There will be an ending.
Yes.
I'm at about the halfway point.
There is an endless mode. Like right now, you get to curate your own deck. Before you take on a level, you get to choose what equipment and what encounters will be in your deck. When you play endless mode, just all cards you have unlocked are available. And so, a little more difficult, but of course, the longer you go, the better weapons that you get. Endless mode can be fun. We did not play Hotline Miami 2 yet. Oh, see, I want to play Hotline Miami 2. There's so many games I don't want to play.
Could have bought it before the stream. We could have done that today.
Right? Right? There's a lot of games that we want to play. Including games that we've played before, like this. That's how it works sometimes.
Yeah, we haven't played Homeworld before. Missed it. We were playing that earlier for
we
a couple
played
hours.
Rich played Homeworld. Interesting space RTS kind of thing, the Homeworld remake.
I'm kind of terrible at it, but we played it.
Okay, KGTB8, I will check my email. Sometimes, sometimes I get behind. NC73, there's no gruff McMilitary in this game. There is generic barbarian.
This is the blank slate.
Yes.
This is blank slate.
Mm-hmm. You play as generic barbarian.
Technically, that's just your token. That's not even really you.
Oh, sure, I suppose.
You are you.
You are you.
Playing against the dealer.
Yeah.
And your avatar, I think, is literally just supposed to be your avatar.
Yeah, if you're paying attention to what the dealer talks about in between the shuffles, there's a hinted at narrative, but very, very light on the narrative side, which is fine. Fine for me. Perfect for me, because, I'm not a big story guy.
Which means you hate story.
I don't hate story. I
You
want
hate
I
story
want
and you
story.
want it to die.
But see, I think this game handles the story very well. It's all hinted at, and it's all happening while other stuff is happening. While he's laying out the cards, while you're deciding your next move, he's just talking to you. So it never takes you out of the game, and I like it. Oh, I don't know. Rich, do you have any thoughts on console versus PC gaming?
Yeah, buy a PC.
Get a fucking PC. The amount of things that you can play with a PC is
I think
far
that's
greater.
baiting me into a rant.
That is baiting
Yeah,
into a rant.
yeah.
We've been through this before. I'm really excited to see what kind of Steam boxes will be available later this year. As you know, I'm a big proponent of Steam, and so they're they should be reasonably priced gaming PCs. So I'm looking forward to looking into that when it comes out.
I think it's gonna fail.
It could. It could, because usually a gaming PC is more than that. It's also your everyday PC.
Here's where I think they might be making their mistake.
Okay.
They are selling a console that would appeal to their pre-existing PC audience rather than trying to expand Steam into like console players.
Oh, I see. I disagree with that. They've stated explicitly that they want the price points of these Steam machine. They want the output to be similar to modern consoles, and they want the price point to be similar to modern consoles.
But there's going to be multiple different versions of the damn Steam machine, which I think is a huge fucking mistake.
The different
Huge
versions,
mistake.
but same OS.
Yeah.
They want to keep it open. They want to let the market decide. And so, if you're someone who's thinking about getting a PS4 for, what do you think? How much is a PS4 now? $300-$400?
I'm not even sure.
I don't even know anymore. It's been a while. Or, maybe spending a slight amount extra to get a decent gaming PC where you have limitless options in the games you play. It's gonna win some console players over. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to their weird controller. I'm very excited to get my hands on that controller.
See, I don't know that they're gonna win people over so much as they might switch some of their pre-existing PC people to
Sure.
this weird box thing.
But like price point and general understanding is a big sticking point with console gamers. Like they want to just turn it on and have it work. They don't want to.
Yeah, but why are they doing this multiple different types of Steam boxes? Not just do one. Do one so everybody knows they got the same thing, and that's going to, somebody who doesn't want to deal with computers and the hassles is going to hear about shit like that, and they're not going to want to bother. It's going to sound like a headache.
I agree, and by the way, I agree with you. Valve is being smart and trying to give their customers options, but
they're selling to an audience that's going to hate that idea because they're stupid people. Options? It's stupid.
Right.
I like PlayStation.
Right, mouse and keyboard don't work on the couch, which is why I'm excited to get my hands on this new controller, touchpad.
Here's an important question to me.
Yeah.
Will a mouse and keyboard work on the Steam box?
Absolutely,
Okay.
anything will work on this box. Open source. Steam OS is Linux based.
And then will the same people who insist that a controller is just as good as a mouse and keyboard complain about the competitive advantage in multiplayer of the people using the mouse and keyboard?
Oh, of course, but who cares? You'll be winning. That was the big thing for Valve. I remember reading an interview. Nice one, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Is they wanted to make sure that this controller would work for the games that they made and played. So they built it thinking of first-person shooters. They built it thinking of things like
Well played indeed.
oh my god, I'm gonna forget what it's called. What's their new MOBA?
Here's another potential downfall.
You're not riffing. What's their new MOBA?
Mobile?
MOBA.
Oh, MOBA.
What's Valve's MOBA?
Dota or something?
Dota, yeah. So they were thinking about first-person shooters and MOBAs
they designed their controller around that. I believe in them. MOBA, thank you.
I think their timing's bad on top of everything else because I think we're getting set for a console crash.
Then their timing is perfect.
Bloated AAA titles that are kind of bad. Everything's expensive and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be bad times for the consoles and the console fans.
There will be, which means it's perfect time. It's the perfect time.
No, a little. They need to be a little bit later than now.
No, because like
You can pick up the pieces once everything is falling apart.
They'll come out now. The consoles will fall apart, and then by the time console users are ready to move over to the PC, there will already be like the Steam machine to get, right? At different price points. Everyone will know that already. So then they'll come up and be like, you mean I can buy a game for $2? This seems incredible. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Have there been any great games this generation that aren't ports of a great game from last generation, like The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5?
Halfway done. Let us
Anything. It's been, how long has it been since these things came out? A year and a half? 2 years?
Yeah.
Since we saw the PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 2 years. Probably not 2. A year and a half?
I mean, listen, I agree.
Did I say 4 or 2? I might have said 2 because I'm weird, but the PlayStation 4 came out. And so did the Xbox One. And I can't think of one great new game. Any? Are there any upcoming? I guess people are excited about Bloodborne.
Yeah, people are excited about Bloodborne.
I don't know much about that game, so I'm not going to say anything about that game, but I mean, it's been a terrible console generation.
It sure has been. It sure has been.
Get ready for the crash.
Yep.
Because they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on these games, and if they're not going to make their money back,
Yep.
this could get bad fast.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
into the depths we
And I don't care that much because there's been a lot of indie games I like, so I know I'll be fine.
Right. That's the thing. Arkham Knight isn't out yet. We don't know anything.
Yeah, we
about
don't know,
Arkham.
and I'm worried about it because everything they've shown us has been Batmobile, horrible tank combat.
Yeah.
Which is, that's been the core of the Arkham series up until now, tank combat. So I'm kind of worried about the new Arkham game, and I love the old ones. I even fucking like Origin, and everyone hates on that one.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Shy Smile. Mr. Shy Smile sent me a link to all of the upcoming Steam machines.
Can you hear the winds Can you hear
that one
the
looks
Oh,
sexy.
did I accidentally? I think I accidentally
cry out in sorrow?
did the recommended deck, and I did not want to do that.
Yeah, see, like Alienware Steam machine starting at
It has driven her to
480.
madness. Her touch is the promise of death, and I say to you,
That's great.
you will walk.
All the way up to like a 5,000, but plenty in the 800, 1,000, 1,300 range. Let's take a look at this Alienware. This seems to be like the budget version. What's it gonna have here? Intel Core i3 duo core processor, 2 gigs dedicated GPU RAM, 4 gigs internal memory, 500 gigabyte hard drive. Not bad. Oh, and they have different models of that. You can get all the way up to an i7 quad core processor. Ooh. Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. i3, that's for the budget. No, nobody's going to buy a 5K Steam machine because you could just build a PC for that.
Yeah.
But what we need is some good budget options, some options that will rival a console. If not rival, get close enough to a console where someone could make the leap. If a console's 400, they got something
That's going to be too much.
Huh?
That's going to be too much.
They're 480.
The Steam machines?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to fail.
What do you mean?
Nobody want 480
480. If a
for
console
a console that none of the console fans are hyped about. Fail. They're going to fail.
They'll figure
They're
it
going to fail hard.
they'll figure it out.
they're gonna fail hard. Because anybody who's a PC, they're pre-existing fans who are PC enthusiasts. They want their PC. They don't want a Steam box.
That's true. Yeah.
This thing is geared to no audience. It's gonna fail.
You might be right. You might be right. I'm still excited.
The lands of the Queen of Skulls are unhealthy.
Gonna go the way of the Ouya, right? The Steam budget machine is twice as expensive as a PC with the same tech. Ugh. Yeah.
Got a text. What was that?
The budget Steam machine is twice the price of the PC parts.
Really?
That's what they're saying.
This is what the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
Valve are usually pretty smart, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I disagree with the online DRM that is Steam, but I can't disagree that it's worked out well for them, and you do get some pretty good prices on things.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been pretty smart up until this. This sounds stupid.
I think, Rich might be right. I'm going to still be optimistic because, Dark Dweller.
First card. First fucking card.
This is a tough card.
I can't turn back because there's literally only
Right.
one fucking path. This is bullshit.
Oh, no, and Valve's not the one making the machines, but nice. But they're the ones commissioning it, and, it's their idea.
It's a dumb idea.
And, maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. Who knows?
It probably won't.
I'm gonna be optimistic.
Do I want food or gold? Or a good blessing?
Oh, and they're saying pre-built PCs are already overpriced, so Steam machines will be no different.
Yeah, but I assume when they designed this thing, they want to expand into the console market,
Yeah.
which this will not do.
Yeah. I mean,
This is a modern day Neo Geo.
sure. No, and I see some people saying that Valve should subsidize the Steam machines a lot like Microsoft and Sony do. Microsoft and Sony take a hit
Oh yeah,
for every console
Yeah.
they sell. That's well known. But they hope to make up for it with the ecosystem, with the games. Valve subsidizing consoles could work.
I'm sure you agree.
But Valve right now is trying to have a business model of let other people figure it out. This is the real problem. And we've seen this business model, I personally think, fail in TF2, where they said, let's let the community just figure out TF2. We won't have too much responsibility. Well, now TF2's done. But maybe they're taking the same stance here, where they're like, well, we'll just let the manufacturers figure it out. We'll let the market sort it out. Eh. I don't know. I'm hopeful. Nice dodge roll.
thank you.
Valve isn't Microsoft. I agree. Who's saying Valve is Microsoft? Yes, and Valve is, of course, doing the important part. They're making the OS and the graphics driver.
The OS is basically just Linux, from the way I understand it, a modified Linux.
Well, it's big picture mode. It's
oh yeah.
it's their own. It's running on Linux, but it's their own. Doodly doo. Oh.
Fuck.
I don't know. I'm gonna stay positive, just because I guess that's the kind of person I am.
I'm not.
Yeah, and that's fine. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You be over there and not positive. I'll be over here and positive.
Fire, in its multitudinous forms, we still hold it in esteem and wonder. Greater choice is always an asset.
What is this?
What is what?
Oh, I'm just
Just reading.
reading. Someone sent a link to something.
Not a good day to be
Someone
esteemed,
sent a link to something.
so few are.
Oh my god, that did incredibly well. Nathan Fillion and Alan Turing, I want to say. Well, I don't know what his last name is. What's his last name?
Touring?
The guy from Firefly
Oh, I have no idea.
set up an Indiegogo campaign to fund their web series, video series about two people who were once in a failed sci-fi show.
Work your way through the woods and
I don't know,
see
man.
what lies
I don't know, man. Yeah, you know, this could be a good prereq episode discussing the Steam box.
You have begun to
It's not a bad idea.
my innovation.
It's not a bad idea at all. You know what? When they're closer to coming out, we can have this
Mark his name
conversation.
down. We'll give him credit if we do it.
That's Bill. Bill LaHecka.
Okay.
You can use any controller with Steambox. You can use Valve's own special controller. Alan Tudyk, thank you. Tudyk, that's his name. Tudyk. How did the everything is all right all the time thing start? Just because it is. It's true. That's just the truth.
I escaped the deadly gas. That's the thing that just happened.
Oh, excellent. That's an excellent thing. I am thinking about buying a Steam machine. Personally. I don't know. Right now, as most of you know, right now, like, I'm gaming on a Windows partition of my already 5-year-old Mac. So, eventually, it will come to the time where I need to upgrade what I play games on. It's nothing I'm worried about anytime, but it's like, oh, here's another option, which is nice. I also could just buy a computer or build a computer, I suppose.
Who am I fighting? This is the Queen of Skulls, right?
I have no idea.
I want that Undead Bane. I've got a decent weapon, but if I'm fighting skeletons, that's a great one.
Before playing the Order, I wasn't expecting it to be garbage. I was expecting it to be boring.
Which?
Huh? The Order, before playing the Order.
Oh.
I was expecting it to be a lot of story
Venture without
and not a lot of game. I was not expecting bad.
I had, like, next to no idea what to expect, because I did some browsing around online before we did the episode.
Yeah.
I could not find anyone who was willing to say what genre the game was. Which, in hindsight, a bad omen.
Uh-huh.
But I had, like, no idea what the game was. I just knew the graphics.
Yeah.
I knew the trailer.
Yeah, and so, you know, our expectations were almost nothing. I know I'm not the kind of person that likes a story-heavy game. I knew that going in, and I knew this was a story-heavy game. So, like, but
at the world like this.
I was ready for a good story. That's what I was assuming is like a moving story. That's tough. And, you know,
I bet you're thrilled.
we got this story. This was the thing. Firefly is dope.
I will curse you, and I will make
So, I don't know. Like, my expectations were mixed.
keep yourself clear of curses. And
The game looked great. But, you know, obviously the story failed more than anything else. And that's the real thing.
Part of the problem with the story, too, that we didn't touch on in the discussion, pacing. If you're making a story it's basically just a standard, yet very dry action story, with bad combat, your pacing's just, it's terrible.
Yeah.
In a Hollywood movie, you don't show the character walk across town to get to the building he's supposed to have the shootout in. They work very hard in editing for pacing, you know? I mean, they don't want the long stretch of time where you're not doing anything important.
Yeah.
They cut out the train ride. They cut out walking down the street to the other bar.
Right.
They cut out... They condense, like, every second of you looking for the lamp to get in the dark area. You know, you get, oh, it's dark in here. Then you cut to somebody picking up a lamp. You don't actually, in the movie, stumble around for 10 minutes looking for, like, a lamp. You know, just shit like that.
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, you know what? I think we were fine with Dark Souls. Dark Souls was one of our very first streams, and so I think it was incorrect. Well, not incorrect. I think it would have happened with just about any game we played live on stream. It was one of our very first streams. We were still getting the hang of that, and of course, you all in the chat were trolling us a little bit. Oh my god.
I hate everything.
Take your time. Slow
Up
down.
to and including you.
Slow down. Slow down. Be cool. Be cool. So hate's a strong word. I'd still like to give it a real try.
Which one?
Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
Look, a bad environment to be playing a notoriously difficult game for the very first time.
for the very first time. That's one.
Especially when the chat was deliberately giving us bad advice.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah, that's the thing. We were streaming it while we were playing it. It was one of our very first streams, so we were still like learning how to play and talk with you guys, let alone not listening to your terrible advice. So, you know, so yeah, the game has been slightly ruined for us, not wholly. Yeah, half your health, huh?
Yeah, I'll make it up.
I'm sure it made for an entertaining stream. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
I'm at the part of the game where I should stop exploring.
Yes.
I can't help it. I can't help it. It's the call to adventure, Jack. How can I deny it?
You do not remember correct. The first stream, that was not the first stream, Cosper.
Losers or scorn.
Great, charity. Yeah, you're not gonna ask for money, are you? You never ask for money. Oh, food! He wants food!
Don't give him food. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Will you give me the token for one? Probably not. Maybe if I get the success. Nope.
Very nice indeed.
Alright, after this,
And the wish.
it is
Or at
all
least
focus on survival all the time.
Yeah.
reminds me of days past.
That's you.
What's me?
Oh, I heard a scratching.
Oh,
That's you.
What brings you to play the game?
I don't know if anyone has a link handy to the first
Tell me.
prereq live stream.
Cold rest.
Maybe someone does. I don't know.
oh, because we don't have that?
Yeah, we don't have it anymore. I think someone posted it. I think someone put it up. Oh, well. Oh, well. Ghostbusters the board game? Jesus Christ. Mike doesn't play video games, so he doesn't
Yeah.
come around. That's why he's never here.
Closer to your goals.
And Jay's usually here anyway, so he hangs around and chats. So that's why. Mike did play Quap,
So few traits
so you got that.
that deals
Mike played Quap and Mike played Don't Shit Your Pants. I remember that.
I know he screwed us over with the Dr. Mario twice.
We asked him, like, you want us to bring Dr. Mario?
He
bring
asked
Dr.
me!
Mario." Yeah. Yeah. And he didn't show up after he said he would, so he's a bit of a tool.
Do I risk it? Well, I know I'm going to get a curse, but food's an issue, and that won't. Fuck it. I'm just going to buy the food.
Just buy the food.
Saver just to buy the food.
Just buy the food. Just buy the food.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
I think I have seen Danger 5. I enjoyed it. I think it might be getting time for me to leave as well.
Yeah.
It's very late.
You know what?
What?
I'm just going to continue this after I'm gonna stop this after I get past this card.
Yeah?
The Queen of Skulls.
Okay.
I will pick this up again. We'll continue the No Death run at some point.
Okay.
Because yeah, it's going on.
It's getting it's 20 to 1. It's getting ridiculously late.
I will save this profile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything will be fine. But we're running out of steam.
Yeah.
Evil made flesh, but with no craft or substance.
Did Mike was around for Octodad. I don't think he played Octodad. But I don't remember.
A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom.
It's way past my bedtime.
You can leave now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pack up.
Yeah, you pack up. I'll just hang out until. Well, you gotta take the mics off. Well,
Gonna pack up. You're beating the bad guy. You're not just stopping at this level.
yeah.
Oh. Do you think Mike would play a board game? Maybe. We are going to do another board game stream. At very least, we're going to do Haunt the House on Halloween board game stream.
All right, you know what? I'll probably die here. I'm gonna take the Devil's Wager,
Wow. Why would you do such a thing?
so we can go home.
I'm not surprised they have difficulty.
That's crazy.
I'm crazy enough. I would have done this anyway.
That's
Now look! I gotta fight 4 guys. It's fine. I'll be fine.
crazy. Don't you have to go down to like 8 health?
Yeah, I'll be fine. You got no faith in me, Jack.
No faith.
No faith.
No faith.
I got 2 of them are skulls. I got the undead sword.
Oh, that's good.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Fine.
Everything's fine. Buy me a beer next time I would come to Minnesota. That'd be great. I enjoy beer and Minnesota. No, we've talked about me being a stoner before. I'm not a stoner anymore. I'm not a stoner anymore.
And I've got the blessing that instantly strikes somebody dead at the beginning of every combat.
Oh my god, that's great. Boom. Slow and steady, Rich. Slow and steady. Slow
Easy.
and steady.
Easy.
We have thought about going to the Midwest Gaming, Classic Gaming here in Milwaukee. I don't know if we will, but we have talked about it. We've talked about it.
How many blessings do I have? Fuck it.
You have 4.
You are grateful for that.
Or 5. You have 5 blessings. You guys, this is getting serious. I am dead. I'm done.
You can take off.
I'm not gonna take off. I gotta take the mics. We can hold out.
Places are rife with power. It is not just
We can hold out.
Jack.
I know Rich notoriously does not like JRPGs, so he probably does not like the Final Fantasy series.
Oh God, no.
I've played, some of the older ones. I want to say the last one I played was X. No, I played X2, where you got to change your class with an outfit change because it was an all-girl cast. That was the last one I played. It's fine. I'm fine with turn-based combat. I'm fine with that kind of setting. For me, there's always a grind later on in JRPGs or in Final Fantasy, to be more specific, and that part I don't much care for. So I can't tell you if I've ever beaten a Final Fantasy game just because I get bored. But you know, like I like turn-based combat RPG kind of games. I think they're fun.
Oh, I'm getting fucked with the long-range shit.
I do like Pokemon games. I've played almost all the Pokemon games. I don't have a 3DS, so I haven't played any of the newest generation of Pokemon games. But besides that, I've played all the Pokemon games.
Oh, Jack, you sound miserable.
I'm a little tired. I love Pokemon. Rich has not played Pokemon, as he does not like RPG turn-based combat.
People don't get simple concepts.
Well, no, they might be new. They might be
Okay.
new to the stream. Yeah, you know what? I felt the same way about Chrono Trigger that I felt about Final Fantasy, which is... I really like the beginning. I really like, you know, exploring, getting all the new characters. I love the beginning of a new RPG, and then it hits a point where the difficulty curve becomes unbalanced. And you hit that enemy that you're not ready to face yet, and you have to go and grind. You just have to go back to a weaker level and grind up and grind up and grind up. And I felt the same way about the Chrono Trigger. I like the world. I like the idea. I liked the time manipulation mechanic where you had to go back and forth through different time periods to grab different items to take them to different time periods to, you know. I liked all that. I couldn't finish the game.
Jack, you're so miserable. Let's end this on the Devil's Carnival.
Oh my god.
We're gonna end this on the Devil's Carnival.
Oh my god.
It has to be done.
Who is this groggy guy standing in for Jack?
Chat,
It's Jack.
pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention, chat.
Okay, which one is it going to be? Oh, it's on the top.
Which one, chat?
I think it's all the way right.
I think it's all the way to the right. What does the chat say?
I think it's all the way to the right. The Frog Knight is great.
Chat is going... I have faith that chat is going to get us this token.
You think? Get us this token, Chad. Do it. Oh my god, they're giving all sorts of numbers, Rich.
I see a lot of threes.
Yeah.
But you mean like this three, right? Third from the left?
That's what they're saying.
All right, we're going for it!
Oh
Yes!
my
Yes!
god!
All right, pay attention, chat. Pay attention. Here we
gotta
go.
do it
Here we
again.
go. Here we go.
We got to do it again now. Making it happen. Watch it. Watch it. I think it's all the way to the left.
I think it's all the way left.
I think it's number one.
What does chat say? What does chat say? Come on, you can do this again. You can do this again. Where is it?
We're not there yet. Hold on.
I know they're not.
We're not there yet.
I know.
OMG, we did it. It's just like Let's Make a Deal. Let's use the maths. Come on, everybody. Oh, a lot of ones. A lot of ones.
We're going one.
Give
We're
it.
going one. And...
Oh. Bum, bum,
But
bum,
you know what?
bum.
40-foot walrus feels very smug right now.
Oh, did he?
Very smug.
We all thought it. Rich and I thought it was one, too.
Yeah.
One was a fine guess. Not anything too bad happens.
All right, we're done, Jack. You're free to go.
I have to go.
You so need to go.
I have to go.
We're done. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.